That's the story, the first half from Tampa. Let's go to Chris Berman. Boomer.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. We're here at halftime. We'll talk about it with Tom Jackson, Michael Irvin, Steve Young. I'm Chris Berman. We'll take a look at Pro Bowl starters, get a report on our second game in New England between the Jags and the Patriots. And we'll be back with the Toyota halftime show after this message from the NFL and a word from our ABC stations.
The Toyota Halftime Show, brought to you by the all-new 2006 Toyota RAV4. Handle anything. Here now, Chris Berman.
Welcome back, everybody. 17-3, the Redskins over Tampa Bay. The Redskins, in their run toward the end of the year, took turnovers from -13 to +1. That means they're not turning it over at all, and they're forcing turnover after turnover after turnover. That's why they have a 17-3 lead, doing what they've done the last 6 weeks, Tommy.
Yeah, and I think Tampa Bay, 25 yards rushing in the first half of this football game translates into tremendous pressure on Chris Sims. 3 sacks and an interception. He had none of those the first game.
And experience matters. Young Chris Sims' interception that has ultimately turned into a touchdown for the Washington Redskins. Cadillac Williams, fumble that is taken back for a touchdown, and that's the difference in this game.
As we said before the game, Washington defense taking that first game personally, giving up 36. It seems like it's a very personal game for them today. The second half, the only thing I worry about, sitting on leads. You hear grumbling from Washington that they do sit on leads. Be careful.
Well, they've got a 14-point lead right now, and it's a long way off, and they're not thinking about it, but we have some Pro Bowl players out there. The Pro Bowl teams announced a couple of weeks ago, a game to be seen on ESPN on Abe Lincoln's real birthday on February 12th. The starters now announced. Let's take a look. The man who led the Colts to a 14-2 record, Peyton Manning, will start at quarterback for the AFC. 2 Kansas City Chiefs will start on the offensive line, including Willie Rowe, who is making his 11th Pro Bowl appearance. The AFC defense features another Colt, Dwight Freeney, who's going to his 3rd straight Pro Bowl. Freeney had 11 sacks this season. The Chargers have 6 players going to Hawaii, including NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, Sean Merriman, who starts at linebacker. In the secondary, Cincinnati's Delta O'Neal will make his 2nd trip to Hawaii after being tied for the league with 10 interceptions. In the NFC, league MVP Sean Alexander will start at running back. Alexander led the league in rushing and set an NFL record with 28 touchdowns. 2 other Seahawks will start on the offensive line, along with Dallas Cowboy Larry Allen, who will be in his 10th Pro Bowl. The defense includes Giant defensive end Michael Strahan, who bounced back from injury to record 11.5 sacks this year. 5 Chicago Bear defenders are headed to Hawaii, including linebacker Brian Urlacher, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. Tampa Bay's Rondé Barber will start at cornerback. For the 2nd straight year, he'll join his twin brother Tiki at the Pro Bowl. Tiki is a reserve running back on the NFC squad. Clinton Portis in the end zone for the Redskins. Defense, the other score, 17-3 Washington at the half. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Toyota Halftime Show here in Times Square. The Redskins ahead of the Buccaneers 17-3 at halftime in game number 1. Game number 2, can the Patriots do what no team has ever done before? Win 3 straight Super Bowls. Their effort begins tonight. They're at home against Jacksonville. Al Michaels on hand in Foxborough. Hi, Al.
Hello, Chris. And the gates will open at Gillette Stadium about 30 miles south of Boston in a few minutes. And, of course, it will be filled up. The fans hope to see the beginning of a history-making run for their New England Patriots. Because when you take a look at the history in postseason in terms of winning streaks, Vince Lombardi and the Packers won 9 consecutive postseason games, including the first 2 Super Bowls. And that has now been matched by Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, who have won 9 straight games over 3 of the last 4 seasons and have won 3 Super Bowls. So they'll try to make it 3 straight, 4 out of 5 tonight. And, of course, they have at the helm Tom Brady. A lot of people think this was his best season. Brady just finished 3rd in the most valuable player balloting. As far as Jacksonville is concerned, the big story, as most of you know, is Byron Leftwich, who fractured his ankle at the end of November against Arizona, hasn't played since, but he's ready to go tonight instead of David Garrard. So that's the matchup, Jacksonville against New England, AFC wildcard game coming up 8 Eastern time. Back to you, Chris.
All right, Al, thank you very much. We look forward to that game. Hey, Marcus Washington recovered it. Sean Taylor recovered it again. And can the Bucs recover from it? They're down 17-3 at the half. We'll see you between games. Enjoy the second half, everybody.
The Toyota Halftime Show, brought to you by the all-new 2006 Toyota RAV4. Handle anything. We'll return with the second half after this from our ABC stations.